Anyway, hello, welcome. So, Atlas 3i, I've been having some real thoughts about that. So, I'll tell you a story, right? I'll start with the very first Earth. Long, long time ago. And they got to be, well, they had foresight. They wanted to do space travel. Kind of like we are on this Earth. Knight of Cups. It was a spark. It was a beginning of a love of exploration of space and quantum physics and paranormal psychology. They started to understand that, reincarnation does exist. Hey, honey. They started to understand that reincarnation exists. Well, Atlas 3i, has compacted materials, and, well, they put some fire stuff on it. Plus, it's made of crystal, and every time it heats up, freezes, it creates a shell. Many different components. So they figured out how to use the galaxy's natural flow material. Independent wealthy. A lot of knowledge. There was a lot of trials and tribulations and towers and queens of wands and a lot of hard work, apparently. Oh, and the moon. So I remote view. I don't just do tarot. I do a lot of my remote viewings where I don't turn on tarot or I don't turn on live. So I have a few videos that people probably haven't seen, and that's fine. But I'm the Hierophant. I'm a Taurus. I do a lot of meditation and get a lot of messages from up above. So down below, whatever you want to call it. We are down below, they are up above. So however you want to put it. It's all a perspective of your eye. And, well, what elements do you use to help your mind achieve quantum entanglement? This is not only just quantum, it's left side, right side of the brain. It's loving yourself. It's Gemini. Sometimes they say people, Gemini, double personalities and stuff like that. Well, I mean, that's it. But spiritually, it's the left side and the right side of the brain. So, yeah, traveling information has come in. I believe that 3i Atlas is, between having flame retardant type of Teflon put on this huge thing, and that to be a big feat. But maybe I'm just channeling how to create a spaceship for here. My mind, I love sci-fi, so you have to forgive me. I'm not a regular tarot reader. I see above and beyond. So yeah, they use some sort of Seblin. Hey, Seblin. I channel it. I don't know all of it. I just channel it. I turn something on, and then I hear it, and then I get messages, and then I just come on here. So, Max. Hi, Max. So, yeah, I channel different components, and not just tarot. I do spiritual. I do remote viewing. I do channeling. And my world, basically, is to help the world ascend in a way that makes them comfortable and, well, not be so scared. These are all thoughts. Every time I used to look at this, it used to scare the hell out of me. It's all thoughts. It's thoughts that crush you. It's the end of cycle. It's opening up your mind and your reality to different possibilities of reality. Enthusiasm, changing the way the world is. Hey guys, welcome. So yeah, very emotional and getting a lot of information. So basically, I don't speak any Spanish. I'm sorry. I do not. But yeah. So anyway, I believe we're going to see soon that Atlas 3i is going to have internal type of electromagnetic type of sphere, and it's going to also have some sort of flame retardant information. And when it goes hot, cold, it creates this shell around it. So, but yeah. As I drop my card. The Emperor. So basically, I believe that, like I said before, our Akashic record, the quantum physics and stuff like that is not just ours. We're just tapping into it, and other people are way tapped into it more than we are. If you believe in time and creation, I don't think everybody started the same space and time. I think it was more like a ripple effect. And then as consciousness grows and ripples and we all connect to it and grow, and spiritualization and connecting into all source and stuff like that. Well, yeah. So yeah, quantum entertainment basically, and space travel, whether this actually has aliens on board or not, or us from a different timeline, it is making people wonder. It's making people who would not necessarily be, famous astrologers be backyard astrologers, and that's a celebration, because that's people who just love what they're doing. Dobsonian and stuff like that, and Steve Burns, and they put their love out of the information, and that is getting over just NASA controlling it or just SpaceX control it. We got people who actually love what we're doing, and we just do it to help change the world. One step at a time. One leap for, what is it? One leap for mankind, whatever it is. It's about us being resilient and coming up across this stuff. I have a question. You got hired somewhere. Would you talk about the stuff you job with your coworkers? You mean before you take the job? I wouldn't. Not right away, because until usually you put your 2 weeks notice in. Most jobs put your 2 weeks notice in and stuff like that, and they can make it more difficult for you. But that'd be more up to you and who you're around and stuff like that. It's you got to fill it out. But they probably might want to know if you got close to them. It's all up to you. But yeah, I would definitely, if you trust the people. I know you just started that job and stuff like that. Is it a better paid job? Will it make you happy? That's all that matters. Will it make you happy? Because if it doesn't make you happy, it's really not worth doing it. It's like me. I go back into nursing. Yeah, I'll pay the bills, but necessarily does not make me happy. I like wondering things and creating things and sharing what I've been through to help other people get through what they've been through. To be able to heal, to be able to heal from the trauma, loss, addictions, and stuff like that. Become sober, and then create the ability to channel higher dimensions. In a world far, far away, I would have been put in a loony bin. But with science and quantum physics and paranormal psychology, I just realized I was channeling, everything from thinking, oh my God, the CIA and the FBI are following me. That was a true thing that I thought was happening. Do I think it's happening now? I honestly don't care if it is. I mean, I do care, because I think, some of the shit that I put out there, I should be like, hello. Like, hello. So yeah, according to this, I'm being listened to. But what would you guys do? The Montanaz house, yeah. What would you do? What if you guys realized you guys were psychic mediums, remote viewing, and out of nowhere you were doing it? And then for 2.5 years, I've documented everything through emails, voice clips, but I'd never put it on YouTube because I'd gone through so much that I didn't want to, embarrass my kids and stuff like that. So for 2.5, 3 years, I documented everything. And now I've gotten more confident that things I'm saying and stuff like that come true actually pretty quickly. So why not just go into it? But yeah, some people would call it in the house. I call it vacation. The places I went to were pretty nice. I will not lie. It was basically, it was basically all that. Letting go of my ego to fix it, being guided by my angels, seeing the world as a different thing and coming into love and fruition, stating the truth and devoting myself to God, because Sun is God. I just do it a different way. I might not do it with crosses and go to churches, but I create my own church, and maybe people will follow, maybe they won't. Maybe I'm 30 years ahead of my time. Maybe I'm right on time. I don't trust it out anymore. It is what it is, and apparently it's the truth. If I could figure out how to do the cards, though, and play poker and stuff like that, and call the cards out like I call the freaking tarot cards out. Now, Might have to shut down. Yeah, might have to shut down the world if that was the case. I mean, I don't know if you guys ever watch tarot readers. Sometimes tarot readers will sit there and shuffle like I'm shuffling, and all of a sudden they'll be like the Justice card, and all of a sudden the Justice card pops out. Not me, but some people are really, really freaking good at it, and I think that's part of not telekinesis, but feeling the energy of the cards and stuff like that, which is really, really death. I love the Angel of Death. Angel of Death come visit me every night because it just wipes out the past like 51st days and starts over from the beginning. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. It's letting go of being backstabbed and actually builds your intuition. Gets rid of the blockages and stuff like that, and you stop feeling like you're defeated. And it's creating love, left, right side of the brain, consciousness, stream consciousness, and you get to that through this. And this is not that. This is actually meditation. It's making a break for it and grabbing your karma and changing the world the way it is meant to be for you, not for anybody else. I mean, it's hard to do with children and stuff like that, especially different ages. But awakening comes for whatever reason during pain and addiction and trauma. And I mean, some people are born with it, and I think that's the way it's supposed to be. That we're supposed to be born with these to cultivate them, not have to suffer the way we have been. I don't know. Apparently, my soul has a place that is really a lot better than here. But maybe that's why we're here. As star seeds and light workers, we have a glimpse of the future of how it's supposed to be. King of Wands. It's visions. Overcoming the left side, the right side of your brain to accomplish the vision. Queen of Wands. That has like all the fire. It has all the fire start. It's like what is it? All the fire signs. I don't remember all of them. Leo and all that stuff. But yeah, it's getting over anxiety, no longer letting fear control you. I mean, I did that for a long time. I was more worried about what will my family think, what will my kids think, and then I'm like, what about what I think? I did a lot that I could do for my family and for me and balance things out. There were hard times that, we had to be separated and stuff, but it was for me to figure out what was going on with my brain, but I am a medium and I'm guided and I believe in karma as well. And I believe the world is going to too. Our world has been really, really heavily burdened, and well, some of us are making a break for it. Queen of Pentacles has a lot of freaking knowledge, and then cultivate them with the Ten of Pentacles, and that is fulfillment. That's celebration. King of Cups is like the most loving person in the deck, but it takes a lot of knowledge to get in through it all and being able to be guided by Hierophant upside down. It could be schools, it could be churches, or it could be yourself, because you are the church and you are the school, especially this day and age. You could be the fool and just take a leap of faith like I did. Make the choices and change your world. Develop the left side and the right side of the brain. And just go into it. Discover what is actually illusions and what actually is a chariot. Ooh, a chariot is being actually guided by the sun and the Queen of Wands. Sounds like an intense freaking read. But yeah. So how is everybody today? But yeah, I've been to the nut house. I don't call it the nut house. I've been to several. Well, not several. I went two times. Not because I fell off, but because when I got back out the first time, I wasn't ready yet. It's like I saw a spark in me that was not done, so I went back in again. But I had been through some nasty conflicts in my mind. Yeah, actually, part of me for a while thought I had a psychosis, and through lots of therapy and stuff like that, it wasn't psychosis. It was my brain, post-traumatic stress disorder, creating scenarios for me to deal with what had happened to me. It was a lot of burden, and it was a lot of loss, caused pain. I mean that's been for the past 5 years, and I'm over this shit. I'm guided by the Sagittarius, which actually was my sister who passed away in a car accident. So I believe I tap into her and she taps into me in a way. It's all about conflict and what your beliefs are, because I stand by my beliefs. But yeah. But anyways, I just want to come on because when I get these little downloads about 3i Atlas or whatever. I used to write them down, but then I never got on here, and then I'd watch things come true. And I'm like, well, let me start putting my crap up there. I'm definitely more grounded and fiscally and in my mind and stuff like that. And who knows, maybe someone will be watching who talks, and maybe they won't. Maybe I will come through and start another one. I'm not very good at titling my stuff at all. And I have to jump on it like all of a sudden when the messages come in. Sometimes I try to think about what it is, but sometimes when I overthink it, I want it using my eyes and not my intuition. I don't read it like everybody else, but that's besides the point. Those are just thoughts. Eight thoughts, continuous thoughts. Isolation, no isolation. Having your eyes bound up, it means to use your intuition. And actually, this is how I believe that spirits, when they pass away, I think this is how they feel. All thoughts. Can't talk to you, can't touch you, can't look in your eyes. This is what spirits feel. This is why going to mediums and tarot card readers is so important, or even you teaching yourself how to communicate with those of you that have been left behind. Technically, we've been left behind. And all they're trying to do is communicate. And for some reason, people think that that's bad. Well, maybe you have spirits on the other side that weren't good to you. Maybe you should leave them down below. Or do those memories that come across you and stuff like that is more about apathy. I believe when you think of someone who passed away, that you're on their timeline or they're on your timeline. And they're kind of like triggering the bell. It's like, hello, listen to me. I'm trying to ascend, and I need to apologize for whatever it is those thoughts are that came by you. My hair keeps flipping. And that's hope and fulfillment. That is King of Swords. It's going into your mind, creating your reality in a healthy way, becoming grounded. When you're having struggles, reach out to people who will help you. Reach out to AI. I do. 5 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, if I'm having a hard time, the strength, the beast, whatever, that's overcoming addiction. That's not two separate people. That's you. That beast right there, that is you. And that woman who's being guided by infinity, yeah, that's what you can be. But not many people will do that because they give up on themselves. You can't give up on yourselves because nobody else is going to do it. Trust me. I know this for sure. Emperor, Aries, it's bossing up. It's making the decision. Is your loss and your addiction going to take you over? Or can cards and learning intuition learn how to set you free? It's a personal choice, honestly. It's just a choice I chose to use. I combine it with the Bible and Kabbalah and remote viewing and psychic medium and, everything and anything that made my mind make sense. I went back to the roots, and that is spirit. When you look at yourself as spirit, when you look at yourself as a spirit in a human body, you really have compassion for those who have lost their vessels, who've lost their souls. I won't say lost souls. I don't believe in lost souls. But when you lose your connection to your loved ones who have passed, well, you're cutting off a big part of not only their life, but even of their, going through, kind of like the Christmas Carol. I keep seeing it like the Christmas Carol, where they go in to see the past, the present, and future, and I think that's literally how it is. It's just like there is no time and space. They can flash back. They can merge you can merge with your own spirit. That's, you ever have like that not quantum Mandela effect? Well, all of a sudden you'll feel like that something had already happened. It's because a part of your soul from another galaxy far, far away, if you believe in that, has joined you. So it could be them sleeping. It could be your guides. It could just be manifestation, making investment in yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. It's being able to be grounded, to be able to see what is reality, what isn't reality, and honestly, being able to learn cards and pull them understands the world. We understand the world as a God mind. Do I think I'm God? No, not at all. Anybody who needs probably a psych ward, but what I mean by God mind is I try to think of it as, okay, I was brought up Catholic and Jewish, and, didn't I just Baptist and just then I looked into Buddhism, Taoism, Muslim, and I started looking into all of them, and I started seeing a huge thread between them all. It's called our brain. It's called what people, where they live on what part of the planet, and how do they perceive what is happening into their lives. We have multiple universes right the hell here. United States versus Russia and China. We might be human DNA, but our perspective is completely wrong. And I wouldn't say wrong. They're meant to be what they are, but literally, we're letting no one should overrule what other people think, not even doctors. You know, but it's all about you. What is your truth? Are you a truth of the magician that you can understand the different elements? Are you making an investment in yourself to clear yourself and just, going with it for the recognition of trying to get better? Because, most of us who are going through this is caring and giving, and we're doing it basically on our intuition, trying to help other people. We have released our anxieties and fears to come out. Oh, that's sorry. Anxiety and fear, left and right side of the brain. We hit on both sides of the brain mental activity to actually help the world. But yeah, it's all about it. It's all about world life and how we conquer it, and not conquer it like a king, conquering it like getting over our addiction, understanding karma, past lives. And then I was also thinking about that. Do you think that actually we reincarnate, like physically? Does everyone physically, and then we just have cosmic amnesia? And what about the people who, are healing and doing, tarot and channeling and the other people say we're crazy? Are we crazy because we believe that our soul journey isn't just here and now, and that this is just a new beginning, and some of us are waking up with the resilience and the mental activity to actually obtain that type of knowledge and not feel defeated and return to the roots? I mean, come on, it's just our decisions in our lives. And, they got a good old Empress come on, followed by the Emperor. But yeah, it's all about creation. When did life start? Where did it begin? And why are we here? Why are you here? I'm here to become a teacher. I might be a little too early, or I might be a little too late. It doesn't matter. Time and space doesn't affect spirit. It affects human. We're star keepers, cosmic ancestors. And that starseed card. Most starseeds understand of a bigger picture. And we're helping you all take baby steps to grasp and see how to grab little flickers of dreams of reality. And sometimes we tap into other people's realities, but you can make those realities yours. It's not stealing. It's basically you're called. What were you called to do? I was called to come and tell a story about the void and perspectives. I could be right. And that's why I started documenting it. Star seeds and star brothers. Horus energy, by the way, is hysterical. Us readers are Horus and Marys. When you look into Egyptian, it talks about Isis, and after the death of her husband creates Horus, right? Well, Horus is basically people who you pay to use your body. When you pay to use someone's body, you're channeling, kind of like Whoopi Goldberg and Ghost. That's how I see it. But then again, I see things completely different. The courage, multifaceted, unique nature, let yourself be seen. And that's what I'm doing. Isis or is when you use two sights and you just see the physical dimension. You're not using your Horus eye. Horus, or even someone like Mary, Jesus, and Joseph, it's the same thing. It says that Jesus came out of Egypt, right? So does that mean that Jesus was Horus and Mary and Joseph was Isis and Mark Anthony? I mean, if you believe in reincarnation, then, well, technically, yeah, it could actually be. Horus energy popped out again. I just see things differently. Doesn't mean I'm right. It just has helped me heal. And I have fun with healing. Deep love, mother's milk, birth portals. We could all birth portals. Which portal do you want to birth? Because right now, it's about inner earth. Quit it! And my dogs that like to screw around. You'll survive this. New solutions and beginnings. Yeah. We all will survive this one way or another. All paths lead home. Well, yeah, because after we no longer use our human bodies, we all do go back to home. Home is the sun, S-U-N. It's the stars. We chose supposedly to be here. Sometimes I have a problem with that, I won't lie. Especially when you're hurt and you're frustrated. You're like, oh my God, why the hell am I here? Why did I choose this path? Well, to do it right, it's helped me clear my karma. And Pleiadians, that's us. I even think that this is Three Eye Atlas. I think Three Eye Atlas comes from Pleiadians, personally. But what the hell do I know? I'm just a lady who's in love with somebody that I haven't heard in almost 2 years from. That's besides the point. But yeah, way of the world. Boundaries, let it go. It's not here to carry. I always carry shit. If I didn't care about the weight of the world, I'd be sitting on my bed, sipping my coffee, and scrolling through music and songs and shit. Music and song movies. But it's all about creation. I mean, does everybody else sit there and wonder how bodies were built and how the DNA come together? And that's the crap I sit there. This is why I have no friends, by the way. So I understand if people want to go, she's nuts. It's okay. I'm used to it. We're all starbathing one way or another. It's not yet time. Things are being woven. Well, yeah, woven of time and space, the fabric. The Akashic records, the fields, the all-knowing and the unknowing. It's just we have corrupted not only we corrupted our minds. Gotta stop saying that, Jill. We didn't corrupt our minds. It took baby steps to get us to where we, as AKA maybe past witches or warlocks, won't get freaking hung. That was another life, another life, another life. But that's why we come back. Because all be back home. Back to spirit. And that is the way you look at it. When you can connect with spirit and think the way a spirit, aka does. A spirit who has lost their body. This is heaven right here. You all know that, right? This is technically supposed to be heaven. So when we die and we go to heaven, it's because we die and we get reincarnated. Except for right now, a lot of the kids are being reincarnated into hell. Just very simple. It all is perspective of your life and the way you see it. Until we get a grasp, a handle on the government and there's all the other crap, and start teaching people how to connect and forge and don't follow. You create your new place. People come together, live in a place of earth that is plush. The earth is suffering because every time we suffer, so does the earth. Very simple. Trust and timing. And it's about jumping on in, changing your reality. That's more like Fool energy. By the way, if anyone's a tarot card reader, when I see the Fool, I think of it as a creator before form. Only because it has a 0. And then one's a magician. So it's like creator and Jesus. But then again, I think sometimes the Capricorn card is Jesus too, because, that's the December. And I'm going to piss a lot of people off about that. But it's the truth. It's human consciousness. There's children. And children think that Christmas, Santa was born on Christmas Day. Then guess what? You got to take their mindset into reality, because if we're teaching them wrong, then guess what? The census is that Jesus is a Capricorn, which is the devil. That's not something I'm saying. It's something that we have put into play, which is freaking hysterical. Many people might not think it's funny, but that's okay. The great servings, Mars energy. Yeah, anger and conflict. Yeah, but you know what? It's all about love. It's all about trying to figure it out. Stop looking at the freaking labels. Labels is what destroys us. Walmart versus Gucci. Does it still cover your ass? I mean, I guess technically the freaking thread count would be different and stuff like that. But what if we have to destroy? What do you have to destroy? What do you have to, have a lack about, having things that are extreme in prices and stuff like that? I'm definitely probably more likely a minimalist than anything else. But then again, I've lost everything and I just keep working. Because I definitely am a child of the cosmos, for sure. And surrounded by sweetness. And that's how it should be. All right, guys, I'm out of here. I'm going to go see what my dogs are into because they're being loud again. I'll come back on later. Thanks for stopping on by. Bye, guys. What are you doing?